Hey everybody, this is Gary from Costa with Culture here at the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, and I'm just about to hop on this plane right behind me here. I'm going to be heading down to Miami. However, Miami is not going to be the final destination of this trip if everything goes according to plan. I am flying standby for this trip, so it's a little bit in the air for the next flight, but if it goes to plan, we should be going somewhere a little bit sunnier and getting to ride the first new coasters of 2019. Just landed in Miami about 10-15 minutes ago, walking over to the other end of the D terminal. This place is huge. Probably should have taken the SkyTrain to get across, but at least I get a little bit of walk in this morning. The next flight that I'm hoping to catch, it currently shows that it has about 6 seats. So keeping my fingers crossed that's gonna work out. We'll find out here in just a bit. Am I gonna make this flight? Oh. Still kind of playing the waiting game. This is the plane that I'll be taking if I make this flight. As of right now, it's still showing a couple of empty seats, but not entirely sure if it's going to happen just yet, but keep my fingers crossed. So the journey is complete and we've started the adventure here in San Jose, Costa Rica. And today I'm at Parque Diversiones in San Jose. This was a park that was created by a doctor by the name of Dr. Roberto Ortiz Brenes. And this was a park that was created by the doctor to help the Children's Hospital here in San Jose. It's a nice warm day. I think it's time to go ride some roller coasters. Fans of Knoebels and Rye Playland may recognize this coaster behind me here. This is Boca Raca, but there was a time where it was at Rye Playland and it was at Knoebels, known as Whirlwind. So if you've been to either of those parks and you had a chance to ride a coaster called Whirlwind, it's now here in Costa Rica. So Torbellino here behind me was the newest coaster here at Parque Diversiones. They just opened it around Christmas time this past year, and so it's a really popular ride. Longest line experience today. One of the things about the line though is that it's actually kind of interactive. They had these floats that you'd walk across, these suspension bridges, and this kind of uneven terrain in the form of tires. So it was kind of different, but kind of neat. There's a lot of neat little touches they have at the park here. One thing that's also really stood out about this park is how beautifully landscaped it is. I was pleasantly surprised by that because knowing that this was a park that was built to help support the Children's Hospital and used for charitable purposes, I didn't really think about how much effort would go into the look of the park, but it's a gorgeous park. They've got these wonderful buildings here in this plaza. They have the courtyards and different grassy, shady areas where people can have picnics. There's all kinds of great landscaping to really help beautify this park. Got a Costa Rican shameless credit. Yes! Did it once, don't have to do it again. Yeah, it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best either. About it, don't they? Just got off of their drop tower, and Jesus, this thing makes you wait forever while you're up there to drop. It was probably like 20-30 seconds while we were up there before I started to do the dropping portion of the ride, but it was fun and it gave a brilliant view of the mountains around the area. But I tell you, if anybody's afraid of heights and they don't like being on the types of drop towers that hold you up there for a little bit before they drop you, this is not going to be your kind of drop tower. So I gotta be honest, Parque Diversiones here is actually a really nice park. It really went past my expectations for it because the maintenance on it was pretty well upkept. The operations were relatively quick. I mean, granted, the bigger coasters, they wait until they get a full train, but at least there's some kind of rhyme or reason to it, especially since it is a not-for-profit park that donates its contributions or its profits to the Children's Hospital here, which is an excellent cause. So I'd imagine that they're operating under different circumstances than your typical amusement park. But overall, this park really surprised me. It's a nice park. Definitely worth a visit if you're in San Jose here in Costa Rica. Maybe not the kind of park that you would make a trip for unless you're like me and wanting to get as many roller coasters in the world as you can. But if you are in the area, it's definitely worth a couple of hours to visit. Well, at this point, I think I'm about ready to head to the hotel to get checked in and find out what there is to do in the area for the evening and going into the night. So I'm at the hotel here and I dozed off. Not gonna lie. I guess, you know, changing time zones and doing a red-eye flight and then another flight to get here and then being in a nice sunny day will wear you out. So I'm gonna kind of take it easy at the hotel here, but I think in the morning before checking out, I'm gonna go ahead into town and do a little bit of exploring. So I got the Mercado Central relatively early. There's a lot of places that are closed right now, so there's not a lot of activity there. But if anything else, it gives me an excuse to kind of wander around the city. But first, I'm going to try a Costa Rican donut. Delicioso. Unfortunately, the time has come. It was a short trip to San Jose to visit part of Costa Rica, but in the short little time that I've spent here, definitely enjoyed it. Enjoyed getting a chance to visit Parque Diversiones and going to explore downtown San Jose a little bit. So hopefully we'll get a chance to come back and see a bit more, see the mountains, see the beaches. Definitely a beautiful country here in Costa Rica. So if you ever get the chance to visit, by all means, you should. Thank you for watching this video on Coasting with Culture. If you'd like to see future Coasting with Culture videos, please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, don't forget that you can like Coasting with Culture on Facebook and follow on Twitter as well. And for more travel experiences, visit coastingwithculture.com.